You're sitting in the car, or you're pacing around your kitchen, or it's 11 p.m. and you're lying awake, running through the conversation in your head again. You know the talk needs to happen. You've known it for a while. But every time you think about starting it, the way they might react, the argument it might cause, the look on their face, you find another reason to wait. Here's the thing about waiting. The longer you wait, the higher the stakes. And the higher the stakes, the harder the conversation becomes. Today, I'm going to give you something more useful than general advice. I'm going to give you the actual words, opening lines, phrases that invite rather than push, responses to the things your parent is most likely to say. Because knowing what to say and how to say it changes everything.
Get clear on your goal. Before you sit down with your parent, get honest with yourself about what you're hoping to achieve. If your goal is to get agreement in one conversation, let that go. That's rarely how it works. And going in with that expectation will make you push harder than the conversation can hold. A more useful goal? To open a door. To let your parent know you see what's happening. You're not afraid of the conversation. And you're coming from love, not alarm. One open door is worth more than 10 closed arguments. Choose the right moment. Don't have this conversation when either of you is tired, rushed, or already upset. Don't ambush them. Don't have it in front of an audience. A crowded family dinner is almost never the right place. A quiet afternoon, a relaxed visit, a walk together if that's possible, these create space for honesty. Crisis and confrontation, close it.
Mom, I've noticed a few things lately, and I've been wanting to talk to you about them. Not to alarm you, but because I love you too much to pretend I haven't noticed. Is now a good time? Asking, "Is now a good time?" gives them a small measure of control at the start, which matters enormously. Opening line option B, future-focused. Dad, I've been thinking a lot about the future. Not because I'm worried, but because I want to make sure we're on the same page about what you want. Can we talk about that? Opening line option C, for when things are more urgent. I need to be honest with you, because I love you too much to pretend I haven't noticed. I've been scared, not panicking, but genuinely concerned. Can we please talk about it, just the two of us? When they say, "I'm fine," don't argue with "I'm fine." Instead, "I'm glad to hear that. I just want to make sure we're talking regularly about how things are going, because I want to help you stay that way." You're not calling them a liar, you're keeping the door open. When they say, "I don't want strangers in my house," that makes complete sense to me. I wouldn't either. Can we talk about what would feel comfortable? What it might look like if it wasn't a stranger, but someone you'd gotten to know and chosen yourself? You're validating the concern, not the conclusion, and you're shifting from a fixed plan to a collaborative one. When they say, "You're treating me like a child," take a breath before you respond to this one. Then, that is the last thing I want to do. You've taken care of yourself and me for your whole life. I'm not here to take over. I'm here because I don't want to be the child who looks back and wishes they'd said something sooner. This response works because it honors their identity while naming your fear honestly. It's not manipulative, it's true. When they cry, or when you do, stop talking. Don't rush to fill the silence. Don't apologize for the emotion. It means you're both in it. Just say, "I know. I know this is hard. I love you." Sometimes the most important thing in a difficult conversation is just staying in the room, physically and emotionally, when things get hard. When they flat out refuse to engage, "Okay, I'm not going to push you today, but I want you to know I'm not going to stop bringing this up. Not because I want to fight,
but because I care too much to pretend things aren't changing. Can we agree to revisit this in a few weeks? Naming that you'll return to the conversation without it feeling like a threat keeps the door open without forcing it.
Don't debrief in the driveway. Whatever happened, good, difficult, or somewhere in between, give it a few days before you assess.
Emotions need time to settle. Your parent may need time to think about what you said without feeling watched. Follow up with love, not logistics. Your next contact after a hard conversation should not lead with the topic of care. Call to check in. Share something light. Let them know the relationship is intact, that the conversation didn't change how you feel about them. Then, when a week or two has passed, you can gently return to it.
Bring in support if you need it. If the conversation keeps hitting a wall, if every attempt leads to conflict or shutdown, consider bringing in a professional. A social worker, geriatric care manager, or family therapist who specializes in elder care can facilitate a conversation in ways that feel less charged between parent and child. There is no shame in asking for help having a hard conversation. The goal is that it happens, not that you do it alone.
In the description below, I've put together a free conversation guide, a printable card with the opening lines from today's video, the responses to common objections, and a few prompts to help you figure out what you actually want to say before you say it. Print it. Read it. Maybe share it with a sibling so you're approaching this as a family, not alone. And if you've already had this conversation, if it went well, if it went sideways, if you're not sure, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. The hardest conversations are the ones that matter most. You're ready for this one.